Have you ever wondered why, no matter how diligently we save and invest, achieving those big wealth goals seems almost like a distant dream, especially when we compare our progress to the seemingly effortless financial victories of the rich? It feels like they're playing a different game altogether, doesn't it? And in a way, they are. You might be shocked to find out. You see, the ultra-wealthy play the game of money a bit differently. While many of us are juggling bills and trying to make the most of our 401ks and traditional stocks, rich folks are exploring a whole other world of opportunities: alternative investments. It's like they've got a secret map to hidden treasures that most of us didn't even know existed. And while you might be saying, "That sounds great, but I'm not rich," it's a fair point. The world of alternative investments has traditionally been the playground of the ultra-wealthy. But here's the kicker: times are changing. Turns out, this secret wealth machine isn't just for the billionaires and celebrities anymore. The landscape is changing, and these once exclusive investment opportunities are becoming more accessible to everyday investors like you and me. And in this video, we're going to explore these hidden alternative investments that the rich and famous have been tapping into for years. We'll also discuss why they're so appealing to the ultra-wealthy, and most importantly, how you can start incorporating them into your own investment strategy. So whether you're looking to diversify your portfolio or just simply curious about how the ultra-wealthy invest, you're in the right place. All right, now let's first start from the top. What exactly is the alternative investment? The alternative investment universe. It's really no rocket science. Alternative investments are all those unique, sometimes flashy things the rich invest in, way beyond the usual stocks and bonds that most of us are familiar with. Things like rare whiskey, art, and sneakers that are so exclusive, only their shadow has ever seen the light of day. But the universe of alternative investments isn't just wine, art, and sneakers. It spans everything from tangible assets like real estate and dazzling watches, to investments without a single physical object to show for it, like hedge funds and private equity. Ever imagined owning a piece of your favorite movie's profits? Or sinking your teeth into the hottest tech startup before it's on the stock session? Or how about the car parked in an underground vault, the vintage model that gets more hoots and hollers with each passing year? Or diving headfirst into the digital gold rush and trading the most out-there cryptocurrency there is? So why does the mega rich get so excited about these off-Main Street investments? It's not just because it makes for cooler stories at their cocktail parties. It's because these investments are nothing short of a fortress protecting their wealth from the erosive effects of inflation. So the billions keep growing in real terms. But it doesn't end there, because these investments aren't about safeguarding wealth, they're about supercharging it. For every piece of art a ultra-wealthy buys, he's also dreaming of the astronomical returns it might bring once the auctioneers come knocking. A few hundred or thousands today, worth millions in a few years' time. That's the kind of wealth multiplication the ultra-wealthy are playing at. Next, we'll talk about the impressive statistics and real-life examples that showcase the allure of alternative investments among the ultra-wealthy. The big numbers. Now, you might be thinking, what's so special about these investments? Let's break it down with some jaw-dropping statistics and real-life examples that highlight why the rich are getting richer. While the average Joe may only mess around with 4 to 5% of his portfolio in alternative investments, the story is vastly different when we look at the portfolios of high net worth and ultra high net worth individuals. Those with a net worth of at least $1 million are putting about 6% of their assets into these unusual channels. And the ultra wealthy? Let's just say that if you've got $30 million or more, half of your wealth can be found in alternatives. Yes, you hear that correctly. The rich are gripping tightly to their fine art, that luxury apartment on the Upper East Side, or a stake in that privately held tech company that's striking gold. So why such a massive tilt towards unfamiliar territories? They have the unique ability to hedge against market volatility and inflation appearing as the calm surface of a lake when traditional markets are a storm. Another telling sign? In an economy that can only be described as a roller coaster in 2020, 56% of investors did not change their investments in the alternative investment space, and 27% caught the demonstration so hard they upped their support. In the end, 63% of millennials from younger demographics reported being satisfied with the returns of their alternative investments, dwarfing the satisfaction level of 40% among reaction-scorning baby boomers. To add a little glamour into the mix, and to show the extremes that alternative investments can go to, just take a gander at someone like Jeff Bezos. Beyond Amazon, Bezos has poured money into spaceships in the Washington Post, showcasing the broad spectrum of alternative investments. Or someone like Ashton Kutcher, whose venture capital investments in sensational tech startup companies like Airbnb have paid off more times than a sloppy jackhammer performance. Kutcher's life has been transformed by these alternative investments far more than any other. Warren Buffett said, "The big money is not in the buying and selling, it's in the waiting." That applies especially well to alternative investments, because the rich know that time is more important in these markets, as it can be far more rewarding than that in traditional investments. And it's not just that this machine exists, it's also that it's not as far out of reach as we once thought. Beware of missing chances. Otherwise, it may be altogether too late someday. Franz Liszt. In this light, the world of alternative investments does not just offer a glimpse into the lives of the ultra-wealthy. It presents a tangible pathway for astute investors to potentially replicate some of their success. The lesson here? Diversifying into the realm of alternatives might just be the bridge to crossing over into the landscape of significant wealth growth and satisfaction. Why the rich love alternatives. All right, let's get into the heart of why the ultra-wealthy are so drawn to alternative investments. Imagine if your financial portfolio was like your diet. Just like you'd want a balanced diet filled with a mix of nutrients to keep your body healthy and strong, a diversified portfolio that includes alternative investments does the same for your wealth. These alternatives act like the superfoods of your investment diet, offering not just protection against the inflation beast, but also the potential for mouthwatering returns that traditional stocks and bonds might not always serve up. Now onto some truly appetizing success stories from the world of alternative investments. Take rare whiskey, for instance. This liquid gold isn't just for sipping on a cold evening. For those in the know, it's been a gateway to staggering wealth growth, with some whiskeys increasing in value by over 373% in the past decade. Yes, you heard that right, 373%. And then there's art, an investment that not only beautifies a space, but has also seen its value soar, with some pieces appreciating by 91% over the same period. But why are these not just part of every investor's portfolio? Well, luxury goods like these come with their own set of challenges. They can be hard to buy and sell quickly, that's what we call illiquid. And the markets can be a bit like the Wild West, risky and not so regulated. Plus, there's the headache of maintenance and ensuring your prized possession doesn't lose its value due to neglect. Despite these hurdles, the draw of alternative investments remains strong, with their value skyrocketing. The whole sector is booming, expected to grow from $13.7 trillion to a whopping $23.3 trillion by 2027. That's a lot of zeros, signaling that these investments aren't just a passing trend, but a key player in the wealth-building strategies of the rich and famous. And it's not just the billionaires and the private banks getting in on the action. The landscape is shifting, with more opportunities opening up for everyday investors to dip their toes into these once exclusive waters. So while diving into the world of rare whiskey, art, or even cryptocurrencies might seem daunting, the potential rewards make it an adventure worth considering in your quest to build your own secret wealth machine. Can you invest like the ultra-rich? Now you might be wondering, can someone like me really invest in the same types of things as the ultra-rich? It's a great question. The world of alternative investments might seem like an exclusive club, but guess what? The doors are opening wider than ever before, thanks to technology and innovation. Let's get real for a second. Most of us aren't going to drop millions on a Picasso painting or buy a vineyard in France. But that doesn't mean we're locked out of the game. Nowadays, there are platforms and investment vehicles that allow regular investors to own a piece of something extraordinary. Whether it's a share in a rare wine collection, a piece of fine art, or even a slice of a private company. Think of it like this. While you might not own the whole pie, owning a slice can still be pretty sweet. Investing in alternatives has become more accessible, with online platforms breaking down these massive investments into smaller, manageable pieces that fit into a more typical investment portfolio. But here's the balanced view. Diving into alternatives isn't a guaranteed golden ticket. These investments can be more volatile, less liquid, and sometimes riskier than your traditional stock and bond investments. And while the potential for high returns is definitely appealing, it's crucial to do your homework, understand the risks, and consider how these investments fit into your overall financial strategy. You see, the landscape is changing. What was once the playground of the mega rich is slowly but surely opening its doors to retail investors like you and me. According to a survey by Prekin, a good chunk of fund managers are now offering access to alternative investments to retail investors, and even more are planning to join in. This shift is huge because it means the opportunity to diversify our portfolios, like the ultra-wealthy, is becoming more of a reality. Now you might be thinking, how can I get involved? Well, there's good news. Access to real estate has been made simpler through real estate investment trusts, or REITs, allowing everyday investors to tap into the property market without having to buy a building outright. And that's just the start. New platforms and funds are popping up, offering shares in everything from fine wine and art to exotic cars. Imagine being able to own a piece of a Picasso or a bottle of the finest Bordeaux without having to be a billionaire. This shift towards inclusivity is not just exciting, it's a game changer. It means that the strategies and benefits of alternative investments, the diversification, the potential for high returns, and the protection against market volatility are now within reach for more of us. And as these opportunities continue to grow, so too does the chance for retail investors to potentially boost their wealth in ways that were once considered out of reach. Of course, diving into alternatives comes with its own set of considerations. They can be complex, carry different risks, and require a bit of a learning curve. But the fact that the door is opening is something worth paying attention to. And there we wrap up our discussion about the secret wealth machine of the rich and famous, focusing on the captivating world of alternative investments. We hope this video has chalked out a path for you, whether you're just starting out or looking to diversify your portfolio with some unconventional assets. We'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences with alternative investments, so please share them in the comments below. And if you're new here and found this video insightful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. That way you won't miss out on any of our future guides, tips, or insights into the ever-evolving world of finance and investment. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. Remember, this is not financial advice. Withdrawal Investing Insights, signing off.